Alright, multiplying decimals. These are my favorite because they're quick. Multiplication is nice. If you're solid on your multiplication tables, these are going to be nice and quick. Alright, so here's the first thing you want to do. You want to just multiply it. Think of the numbers as if there were no decimals, which means we have a 4 and a 3. What is 4 times 3? It's 12. Number 2, you want to count the number of decimals. So this one has 2 decimal places. This one has 1 decimal place for a total of 3 decimals. So we counted up all the decimal places. And then the last part is you give the product the number of decimal places. So we're going to place a 12 right back under here, and we're going to make sure that it ends up with 3 decimal places. So what you always want to do is take that decimal, and from the back of the 12, you want to move it over 3 decimal places. And that's it. The answer is 0.012. Again, put the 0 in front because it marks our whole place. Let's try it again. So, let's look at our answer. It's a negative times a positive, so we know we have a negative. And then we're going to multiply the 125 by the 1. So that's 125. And we're going to count up our decimal places. So we have 2 decimal places. So how many decimal places in the answer? You guessed it, 2. So we'll take that decimal from the back and move it over 2. And then that gives us our answer, 1.25. Throw the negative on there because it's a positive times a negative. And that's it. Alright, so I want you to try the last one, the 0.4 times 6. Hit pause now and give it a shot. And there's your answer, 0.24. Because the 0.04 had 2 decimal places. If we got rid of the decimals, it'd be 4 times 6, which is 24, and then put the decimals back in. So all you're doing when you do multiplication is taking the decimals out, multiplying the numbers, and then putting the decimals right back in for your product. That's it. Another way you can actually do multiplication is you can think of it as a repeated addition. You don't have to go, okay, well, 5 times 2, that's 10, and then put the decimal back in. You could treat it as exactly what it means. This means you have 5 of these, 5 0.2s. So you could just think in your head, what would 5 of them add up to? So if you had 5 sets of 20 cents, you would have $1, just 1. Which would work exactly the same as if we use our algorithm. 5 times 2, that's 10, and then put the 1 decimal back in. We get 1. But sometimes you want to do these things mentally. So if you had 0.3 times 2, well, we know 0.3 and 0.3 is 0.6. It's just another way of doing it. It also helps when we do word problems. Okay, so here are a bunch of problems. You can use either method, and I want you to just give them a shot. All the answers are on the bottom on the left, and then when you feel like you got the basics, try the ones on the right. Do not use the calculator because that kind of defeats the whole purpose here. You want to do these mentally or with paper and pencil. Thank you.